All right, here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to talk about just a few basics. This isn't going to be complicated. You're going to understand real quick. I'm a simple-minded guy. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm not the brightest color in the box, okay? I take things real simple. It's amazing. If you get excited about stuff, people around you will get excited. I learned a long time ago, if you get fired up, people will come from miles around to watch you burn. And you don't have to be as demonstrative as this old coach is. Just be excited in your way, and people will pick up on it, guys. But we got to get excited, because if we're not excited, ain't nothing going to happen, okay? Let's start there. All right, everybody needs, before you go to bed tonight, here's our steps to make a lot of money. Make a list of everybody you've ever known in your entire life. Don't pre-qualify your list. Don't pre-qualify. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you can't look at somebody in this room and tell if they're doing this or not. Nobody has streams stamped on their forehead, do they? No, we don't know. And let me tell you this, there are different levels of broke. You can live in a mobile home and drive a Yugo and be broke. But do you realize you can also live in that 6,000 square foot house, drive that SL, and still be broke? Living paycheck to paycheck? Guys, I'm telling you right now, we got to understand, if you talk to everybody, just because somebody looks successful doesn't mean they are. The other thing, and I mentioned it a minute ago, a lot of people make good money, but they also work 60, 70 hours a week to make that money, and they don't have any time for their families. My dentist, a guy named Brooks Haney, Bob knows him, successful dentist in Dallas. I mean, he does all that fancy stuff. Makes good money. I went into Brooks, and I'm thinking, he ain't going to do this. He's my dentist. He makes too much money. He ain't going to do this. I talked to Brooks about it. He gets in. I about passed out. I didn't understand why. I looked at Brooks. I said, Brooks, why are you doing this? You already make a bunch of money. He said, Presley, you're right. I make good money. But I only make that money if I got my hands in somebody's mouth. You just don't know. So quit trying to decide for people if they're going to do it or not. Huh? My doctor's in, my dentist is in, my CPA's in, my banker's in, my attorney's in. I'm telling you what, just about every professional in my life is involved in my business. And I didn't think any of them would get in. You talk to everybody. Because here's what we tend to want to do. We tend to all want to talk to broke Uncle Harry. Here's my kind of example of this. Let's say we're a 6 on the socioeconomic scale. Well, do we feel more comfortable talking to 8s or 4s? 4s. So we go talk to the 4s. But then the 4s are watching us, so they go, well, he talked down, so I need to go talk to 2s. And then pretty soon the 2s, who do they have to talk to? Zeros. You got a whole team of zeros because it just keeps working its way down. Here's something that somebody told me a few years ago, and it is money on, boy. Sponsor up. Sponsor up. Sponsor up. Somebody that it takes you getting out of your comfort zone to talk to them. Now, understand this. We're going to all talk to broke Uncle Harry. Does everybody understand that? I ain't saying we're going to leave broke Uncle Harry out. I wouldn't have talked to any of my family if I was just trying to sponsor up. I mean, I just wouldn't have talked to any of them. But we're going to talk to them. But if all you're talking to is people that need the business, that's wrong. Yeah, we're going to talk to the ones that need it. But we also need to talk to the ones that don't need it. Because that's what's going to make this thing go. I went to some successful people, and I think that's one of the reasons my business has taken off. But make a list of everybody you have ever known in your entire life. Now, once you've done that, here's what we're going to do. This is pretty simple. You're going to get your phone out. I used to say pick up the phone, but nobody uses a home phone anymore, right? Get this thing out. And you're going to make a call, something like this. Doesn't have to be verbatim, but just something similar to this. Hey, Trey, it's Presley. Hey, buddy, I got a company that's launching nationwide mobile. We got a chance to be in on the ground floor and make a lot of money. Listen, I'm going to send you a link to like this 7-8 minute Steve Fisher video. Watch that. I'll call you here in about an hour. You got it? All right, I'll call you in about an hour. Is there, don't clap. I mean, that ain't, I'm simple. Be simple. You don't need this elaborate script. Does everybody follow me? Just call, send them the link to the video, and then here's what I'm going to tell you to do. If I am the guy that just made that call, and I'm trying to sponsor my friend, then once he's looked, you know what I'm going to do if he shows just the least bit of interest? I'm going to get my upline, Bob Spraggins, to get on the phone with me. or Trey Dyer or Chris or David, or I'm going to get somebody in my upline. And it doesn't have to be one of the top money earners. An SD, it doesn't matter. Because they don't know who's on the other line. They don't know what SD stands for. You might as well call him a Cosmic Commander. I mean, they don't really know what any of that means. But just get somebody on and say, hey, listen, I've got a lady that's very successful on the line, and she got on to help me answer some of your questions if you have it. And then, but get third-party credibility. But understand this, when I call them back, I'm assuming they're getting in. Well, let's get you going. Let me help you get signed up. I mean, I go in thinking they're going to get in. So when you call them back, act like they're getting in. Because even the ones that want to sometimes need a push. So let's do that. Go follow me. We're making a list. Then we're going to start making the calls. The other way we get people besides making calls is I call it bump intos. Bump intos. Jordan obviously played a lot of baseball. I'd get behind the backstop. Because you got both teams, dads kind of in there, moms, all that stuff. I just say something like this. Boy, your kid made a great diving play there at shortstop the other day to save the game for us. That was awesome. What do you do? Oh, really? Oh, me? I used to be a coach, but I tell you what, our company's launching nationwide mobile, ground floor, chance to make lots of money. Hey, after the game, why don't we take the boys over to McDonald's? I can show you what I got going. Pretty lucrative. If he's a cucumber, your kid's a great catcher. I mean, that was the way he blocks that ball and frames and all. That's awesome. What do you do? Really? Oh, me? I used to be a coach, but I tell you what, my company's rocking now. We're launching nationwide mobile. It's a chance to make a bunch of money. How about after the game, we take the boys to Whataburger, and I'll show you what I got going on. But if he's a cucumber. Your kid is the best bat boy I've ever had. I mean, great. You realize we laugh, but you realize that's how simple this business is? You just got to open your mouth and say something to people. We all just kind of think it's going to happen. It ain't going to happen. You can make millions, guys. You can make millions, but it's going to take some effort. You're going to have to make a few phone calls whether you want to or not. You're going to have to talk to people as you bump into them. If you want to change your life, is it worth it? Yes, absolutely it's worth it, guys. Make your list, make you some calls, start talking to people. I call it the 3-foot rule. If somebody gets within 3 feet of me, they're hearing about strain. I mean, I'm going to say something. Say something. I mean, it doesn't have to be something good. What you'll figure out is you can't say the right thing to the wrong one or the wrong thing to the right one. Just talk. And you'll figure out that all you need is one good one. Trey Dyer. Look, y'all saw Trey up here. He doesn't look like much, does he? I mean, Trey doesn't look like much. You realize that boy, well, probably more Sally, but Trey and Sally have made me, because he's in my ED code, that one guy's made me probably $1.5 million by himself. Bob Spraggins. He really doesn't look like much. But I didn't look at Bob. That guy's probably made me, I don't know, probably on the lines with Trey, maybe more than that. I mean, Bob's probably made me $2 million. They don't look like much, do they?
Good job, Trey.
Guys, do you get my point? This isn't about doing anything crazy. It's about getting on the phone, and it's about talking to people when you bump into them. Just get in the habit of doing that stuff. Here's my last couple of tidbits. I don't want customers. Now, hang with me. I'm after business partners. Because one business partner can make you a couple of million. One good customer can make you 50 cents. Now follow what I'm saying. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure that one out, do you? You want business partner. If I'm talking, what's your name? Pete. If I'm talking to Pete, I show Pete the video. And I get my third-party credibility. And we're doing all the stuff I'm supposed to do. And at the end, Pete goes, no, it ain't for me, Presley. That's fine, Pete. Hey, would you help me out and try the service? I got to get me a handful of customers to get promoted. I'm after a business partner, but if it's a no for business partner, then I'll take him as a customer. So, yes, we all want millions of customers, yes. But I want a business partner first, and I'll take a customer. Y'all with me on that? Don't run around trying to get those customers. They're going to come if you're talking to people. And then we're going to have bunches. My team has signed up over 1 million customers. It's about team building, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we all need our handful. We want the company to have millions. We want our teams to have millions. But you got to build a team of people that are getting that handful of customers. And yeah, along the way, you're going to get some people that want bunches of customers. That's just their thing. And that's fine. But understand, guys, you're a team builder if you're really wanting to change your life. And then my last point. Once you get somebody in, make it your responsibility that they have success. I'll end with this story. Mark Dean. Some of you guys know Mark Dean, Presidential Director, Top 10 Money Earner, Dino. Dino was selling a car, and Sarah Beth was 16, went by Dino's car dealership and sees this little car, and she falls in love with it. Well, of course, Daddy, come up here and see this car. So I'm up there. I meet Dino at this car dealership because Sarah Beth wanted to buy this car. We buy the car. But I met Dino. Hey, Dino, you ever look at other ways to make money? Yeah, I'm pretty open. Hey, let's have lunch at Jason's Deli tomorrow. Okay? So Friday, we go meet. I show Dino the business. He goes, I'm in. I said, okay, good. We sign him up. I said, the next morning, Saturday, I said, you got any time this morning? In the morning. And he goes, yeah, I got a little time. I said, meet me at Starbucks at George Bush and Garland Road. He goes, okay, what time? 9 o'clock. Okay, so I meet Dino there. We buy our lattes. I said, let's go get in the car. We go sit down in the car. Now, Dino's never networked, so he doesn't have a clue what's going on. So we're drinking our lattes. I said, okay, who can we go show this to? Dino's eyes get about this big. What do you mean go show this to? You know how I showed you yesterday? That's what we do. Who can we go show this to? I got a sister. Great, call your sister. He calls his sister. We drive over. We show his sister. She doesn't get in. Get back in the car. Am I a little disappointed yet? Did I show Dino? No. You never show anything negative to your downline, ladies and gentlemen. If you got a problem, you go upline with it. Everybody follow me? But I'm a little disappointed. Never showed it. Get back in the car. Dino, who else can we go show this to? I got another sister. Great. Call your other sister. We go show his other sister. She doesn't get in. Am I a little disappointed? Yep. Do I show Dino? Nope. Get back in the car. Dino, who else can we go show this to? Well, my partner in the car business is Mark Flores. Woo. Let's go show Flo. So we go show Mark Flores. Mark Flores sees the business, decides to get in. Flo, you got a couple of hours to hang around with us? Yeah. Come on, buddy. Dino, you get in the back seat. Flo, you get in up here. Flo, who can we go show this to? I got a brother. Guys, we go to a printing shop. These printers are going slab with a little rickety a TV tray. I'm screaming so his brother can hear me. Now, that's enough of the story. Mark Dean and Mark Flores are both top 10 money earners. They're both presidential directors. They both knew nothing about networking. And if I'd have just signed them up and said, go do it, they would have never, I don't think, got off the ground. But I said, let's. See, the most powerful word in our business is let's. In other words, you and I, let's go talk to some people. Let's make a few phone calls. Guys, people, if they feel like they're part of a team, they'll kill this thing. We've got a chance, ladies and gentlemen, to get rich. I can't promise anybody getting rich. I can't promise anybody in this room millions of dollars. But I'm going to tell you what, from experience, I know it can be done. And that was in 6 states. We're in 48 now, guys. It is time to get your butt in gear if you really want to change your life. Let's make the list. Let's start making the calls. Let's start bumping into people. Then when we get them in, let's start helping them. Let's take responsibility because, understand, if they make a lot of money, you make a lot of money. I believe with all my heart there will be 2 groups of us in this room. There's going to be the group that's glad they did, and there's going to be the group that wishes they had, because there's going to be some millionaires created, and I hope you're one of them. God bless. We're done. Woo!